Verse 451. As the elephant who is immersed in deep mud is unable to move about, so the Sravakas who are deeply intoxicated with the liquor of Samadhi stand still. So Samadhi is meditation. It's actually one of the three jewels of Buddhism. It goes along with ethical practice, shila, and wisdom, prajna. And I touched on this in the previous verse. As somebody who grew up in a conventional Western background, long before there were shelves devoted to books on spirituality and New Age topics in bookshops, the notion of meditation was not only very exotic, but it seemed to be something which held out a great deal of promise. And it was something I looked into from quite an early age. There weren't many books around on meditation. But I had this idea about it, that it was going to take me somewhere. If not to enlightenment, to some wonderful other world. I wasn't somebody who was particularly enamoured of the environment that I grew up in. I was always looking for something else, and meditation seemed to be the ultimate frontier, the final frontier even. So I explored different meditational techniques. I went off to India and got into various forms of Hindu meditation. Then I eventually settled into Buddhism. I always felt Buddhist meditation was a little less exciting than Hindu meditation. It seemed a little bit more severe somehow. You know, Hindu meditation involved things like focusing on the third eye and cultivating a flame, and it was very much to do with wonderful feelings surging through your body and lighting up the crown chakra and whatever. Whereas Buddhist meditation was focus on the breath, focus on the breathing, focus on the in-breath and the out-breath, focus on where the breath enters the nostrils, and so on. There was an attempt to bring in some emotional elements to it, but it never seemed to ring true to me. But I persisted with it, and as I described in the previous video, it seemed to me, even when I achieved what might be described as some modicum of success in meditation, that it wasn't going to go anywhere that I wanted to go particularly. One of the biggest problems with meditation is, what do you do when you stop? What do you do when you get off your meditation cushion? This seems to be the assumption that somehow meditation recharged your batteries so that you can get on with the rest of your day. And I think I might have felt that for a while. But in a way, meditation also sensitizes you. It sensitizes you so much that unless you've managed to carve out a particular lifestyle for yourself, and you've been fortunate enough to do so, you're not actually equipped to deal with everyday life. Meditation does not equip you to deal with everyday life. At best, it's a coping mechanism, but I would think it actually polarizes you with respect to everyday life. And now that I've been doing these videos, I used to feel a little bit apologetic that I wasn't emanating bliss. This is what people expect of their gurus, isn't it? They should be able to bask in the guru's bliss. Can you feel the bliss now? But it is possible to get into some very blissful states, whether you're doing Hindu meditation or Buddhist meditation or some other kind. In this verse we're talking about being deeply intoxicated with the liquor of Samadhi. The liquor of Samadhi. You can get drunk with bliss. I'll have some of that. But, you know, if that's your thing, you can go for that. But this isn't what these teachings are about. According to this, those who are deeply intoxicated with the liquor of Samadhi stand still. I think this verse is being a little bit generous, actually. I think there are so many pitfalls with meditation, so many pitfalls in getting addicted to this liquor. It's described here as a liquor after all. Alcohol, it's addictive. So you're not standing still here actually. You're actually getting further and further away because you're encouraging an addiction. You're encouraging it in the name of being spiritual. It's meditation after all. Meditation is spiritual. Meditation is no more spiritual than going to the gym or playing a musical instrument or any other hobby or activity. There's nothing spiritual about meditation. What we're looking for is insight. What we're looking for is wisdom. What we're looking for is liberation. Liberation from the mind. Meditation is often spoken of as purifying the mind. This is like talking about purifying a turd, a piece of excrement. You cannot purify it. It is what it is. What we need to do is develop insight into how it keeps us in bondage, how it limits us, how it constricts us, how it causes suffering. And when we see this, we can let go of it. In seeing it, we've begun to let go of it. Let go of it into what? What is there apart from the mind? Well, if you're stuck in some kind of reductive materialist mindset, you're not going to see anything because there's mind and body, that's it. What else is there? If you can step out of the Western reductive materialist mindset, then I invite you to acknowledge your own awareness, the awareness that is hearing this, not to analyze it, not to think about it, but to become aware of it, or to be aware of it. This is what you are. You're not a mind, you're not a body. These are discriminative categories. It's not the body that's hearing this. It's not the mind that's hearing this. It's not a machine with its software that is hearing this. Any more than a camera sees an image. A camera is a piece of hardware. It's got some software in it. The software interacts with the hardware to capture an image, or to at least capture a representation of an image into digital ones and zeros. But a camera does not see an image. Seeing requires awareness. Hearing requires awareness. And awareness is what is happening with you right now. This isn't an argument I'm making. I'm not asking you to consider this. I'm simply pointing you to the fact of your own awareness. Open yourself up to it. This is your true nature. You're not a mind. You're not a body. These are just thoughts, ideas. Open yourself to what is happening right now. Not what you think is happening. Stop thinking about it. But this wonderful fact, liberating fact of this miracle that is happening right now, called awareness. We can't even call it your awareness or my awareness, because that's thinking about it too much. That's categorizing it. That's limiting it. Just awareness. It's something we need to keep opening ourselves up to. Opening up to this awareness. Opening up to its wonder. Opening up to its miraculous nature. Because we inhabit it all the time. We overlook it all the time. It's so prosaic on one level, so everyday. And if we're a spiritual seeker, we want something else. We don't want the prosaic, we don't want the everyday. This is what we want to escape from. But it's our ideas that are prosaic and everyday. Awareness is continuously fresh. It's continuously pristine. It's new. And if you can really open up to it, it's blissful.